Everybody. Welcome to another Company Conversations with Mental Health in Motion. My name is Lisa, and I'm the founder and director of Mental Health in Motion. And I'm really excited to bring in our guest today. Oh,
Yay, I did
yay!
it!
We did it, you guys! Teamwork makes the dream
Oh
work.
my gosh, thank you.
How's it going, Blake?
Good, how are you, Lisa?
Good.
I'm so excited to be hanging out with you. I'm so nervous.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's just like you and I hanging out all the time.
Okay.
Blake and I are pretty good friends, so this is just gonna be like a chill time. People are gonna get to see into our world together a little bit, I think. Yay!
That's terrifying.
Well, we can get pretty goofy at times.
Yes.
All right, but Blake, let's start with an introduction.
Okay.
So if you wouldn't mind telling the people a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Blake Gibson. I have been a dancer of mental health and motion for the past like 3 years.
Yeah.
A long time, and I just love dancing with them, and they're like my closest friends and pretty much family, and brightens my week like every single Sunday. And so when I'm not like that Sundays, and then during the week, my real job, I guess, is I'm a public school dance teacher at a high school in Roanoke. So I teach the children dance. Virtually right now, and then I also teach dance like at a studio in addition to that too. But I've been dancing for a long time and majored in dance at JMU, so I'm so happy to dance professionally because a lot of times it's very hard to find that, and I'm thankful to find it with such a nice group of people.
Thanks, Blake. You're a nice person too. Um, yeah, so you mentioned that you are also a dance teacher at a public high school. And for those who don't know, Blake and I have actually collaborated a few times, even in that realm. She's invited me in, and I've gotten a chance to have the privilege of volunteering a few times to teach some dance classes, and so I've gotten to see but prior to this year. This year's a little bit different for everybody. But I've gotten to see Blake in action as a dance teacher, and she is phenomenal, and her students love her.
Thank you.
Um, yeah. So I wanted to actually ask you a little bit more about that. So you
Okay.
obviously things look a little bit different right now for a lot of different professions. The one of the biggest ones is school teachers. So I'm wondering, can you talk to us a little bit about what your experience has been like teaching dance virtually to your students? Like maybe some surprising good things, some challenges. Yeah, all that.
So at first it was like really hard because we had to like especially dance kind of just I'm one of two, well now three dance teachers in the city. So kind of seeing rebuilding the whole curriculum, so it can be virtual and accessible for all students, and you have to be understanding that everyone kind of lives in different environments, um, and be open to kind of what that's looking like. I've enjoyed it. It's hard to build those relationships when so much of education is just around building relationships, but I've found that it's also like nice because it's a little more comforting. Like students feel more less nervous to dance like on the computer with me than they would in a big class environment. So that's been nice just from like a mental health aspect, that like seeing just how much of an effect that like people around them and then the surroundings play into
Mm.
um, really education. So I've been recording myself teaching, and then they can learn because a lot of students like they either are watching their younger siblings working to help pay for like where they live and all this stuff. So you have to give them a bunch of different options so you can really kind of hit everyone. So I record a lot of my dance classes, and then they're able to follow along. And then also during our meetings, I teach too. So if they want to turn on their camera, which is super scary for the high schoolers, they can turn on their camera and dance with me. I do miss them a lot, and I think just kind of being open about like you're not normalizing it, but you're normalizing that these feelings are okay, that it's okay to like everyone feels uncomfortable and is going through a hard time. It's just weird. It's a different time. It makes you look more like a human, and I think that you can like build a little community within that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, so you're teaching through several modalities. And I think an interesting thing, Blake, that you shared that I hadn't considered was that for students who maybe wouldn't feel comfortable necessarily trying certain dance moves or dancing in front of other people, maybe this is an opportunity for them to try it in the safety of their own room or home without any of that like social pressure or anything like that. I hadn't even considered that it could be a factor, but
right, it really is. And I had no idea how big of a factor it was because I try really hard to like when it's in person to make it very
yeah,
inclusive, but I mean they're high schoolers. So
yeah. We remember what it was like back then. Yeah.
So
I feel like teachers can only do so much. There's so much like social pressure and yeah, it's hard.
right. And you have to think back to when you were in high school and like things that aren't a big deal now were such a big deal then. But with especially dance, it can be so vulnerable. It's your body and people are watching you and
Yeah.
your body. But I mean, it's just me watching them lots of times. It's really no one else. So I don't know.
There is a phenomenon in high school. I remember this very specifically almost every single day. And I feel like it's very normal. Like I would be shocked to find out if there's a high schooler out there that hasn't thought this or felt like this, that all the eyes are on you.
Right.
Like no matter where you go, everyone's watching you. When really everyone's just really focused on themselves. But that kind of changes maybe how you would act in a certain environment or what you would say because it feels like the spotlight is on you all the time, even though it may not be.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So now the spotlight isn't actually on them because they can dance from the safety of like the social safety, I guess.
I know a
from
lot
their
of my
home.
dances are like super stationary too, so like it's just so funny. But I mean, they're doing a really good job with it, I think, the skits. And I hope that some will be given the option, even when we go back to real life, to stay virtual if they choose. I think some learn better that way, and of course, some learn better in person too. But
Yeah.
It's
Definitely been an interesting experiment, I feel like.
yes, it has for sure. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nice. It helped me really kind of expand like outside of my comfort zone and grow as an educator. So I have
Yeah, well, it's made all of, I feel like educators just get super, be even more creative than they already are in their teaching styles. It's, really, really tough job that you all have. So I commend you for that, and I thank you for what you're doing in inspiring young minds into dancing and finding joy and education and movement in that way.
Thank you, Lisa.
Of course. So as you mentioned, you've also been a part of Mental Health in Motion pretty much since we started.
Yes.
Which is great because you've had lots of experiences with us, a lot of very different experiences throughout the past few years. I'm wondering if you have a favorite memory you could share.
I mean, like, okay, so I don't know. I've just like all of it has been really great. I think when we first started and we went to the hotel and we performed like for the traumatic brain injuries and kind of at first like we were like, well, this is what I don't know. I've never heard anything like this. Like
No one had.
right. And then to be able to actually see it and people come up to you and tell you like, oh my gosh, like being able to see that in my face and through movement, that really I was going through. Really impactful. And then also when we went to the elementary school and we taught the little students, I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that too. Kind of, yeah.
Man, we really have had a lot of various experiences. Yes, we had such a honor. Blake and I did to go to a local group of elementary and middle school age students and teach them about movement, not necessarily in a dance class kind of way, but more so how you can use movement to express yourself,
Right.
which is really uh yeah, I forgot about that. But I will also echo one of my favorite things about what we do in doing mental health education, advocacy, and awareness through dance performance is exactly what you said, like seeing the reactions afterwards. But even more than that, I love getting to sit back and watch audience members afterwards like come up to you all as the dancers, because I'll dance every now and then for people who are watching. I may dance in one or two here and there, but most of the time I'm choreographer, I'm watching, I'm directing. But I love when I get to see them come up to you all and share how your dancing and your performance and your presentation impacted them. I just feel like a proud mama.
Right, and I feel like it's like the same thing for like the dancers because and then everyone's story is so different. Like I had no idea how I was emoting that emotion or telling that part of the story that it would hit all these people in different types of
Yeah.
ways. Like I just thought it was way more linear than that, but it really broadens out.
Yeah. Yeah, movement, dance, watching a dance and having that visual education without any words attached to it, I feel like allows people the space to mentally engage and attach to it what they need to, what they're needing in that moment, which is really cool thing
Mm-hmm.
about emotion in all dance, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay, well, Blake, are you ready to play a game?
No.
No. Oh, we play so many games together.
I'm ready.
It's just like any other game. It's all good. So we are going to be playing a game called This or That, and it's just to get to know you a little bit better. Basically, I'll give you two options, and you just have to share which of those, I don't know, you prefer or
Okay.
something like that. We'll find out as we go. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, it's a quick game, so no worries.
Okay.
No need to be nervous. All right, so since we're in the holiday season, these are two common holiday desserts. Do you prefer pumpkin or sweet potato pie?
I don't like either one of those. Pumpkin.
You know, as I was saying that, I was like, wait a second, I know about you. You're not much of a desserts person.
No, I'm not, and I really don't like sweet potatoes, so I think I would choose pumpkin over sweet potatoes.
You don't like sweet potatoes even as like a food, like outside
I'm
of dessert?
trying, Lisa. I'm trying really hard, but I really don't like them.
That's okay. You don't have to like sweet potatoes for anybody. That's okay. Well, now we know. All right, so since you've lived near both of these, do you prefer mountains or beach?
Um, Probably the beach. I mean, well, the beach in the summer, obviously, but I don't know. They both are, that's so hard. I think maybe the beach, but I'm sure as soon as I go to the beach, I'll miss the mountains, so.
I know, I know. We always want what we can't have.
Right.
Would be great to find a place with both somewhere in the world. I think that's in California.
So too.
Please don't move to California. I need you here. Okay. Do you prefer movies or TV series?
Probably TV series. I don't know.
Okay. And then follow-up question. Are
Okay.
you currently watching any right now?
Um, Kind of like we just started The Crown, but then I fell asleep on the second episode. But we just started. It's pretty good. And then, oh, Survivor. I've never watched Survivor,
You've
so
never seen Survivor?
no. So we were
That was,
watching that.
that was a family favorite growing up.
Yeah, I must have missed that train. So
It's okay. You're catching it now.
it's great. I've been enjoying that. So yeah.
Nice. Those are good options. I like
I
that.
do like a good like rom-com Christmas movie. Like
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Have you already started digging into them?
Accidentally. I wasn't ready, but then it happened. So
Accidentally, I very intentionally started. watching them last week, and so I've now seen two. I know it's before Thanksgiving. I'm so sorry to everyone out there who greatly disagrees that that should happen, but it did.
It's okay. It's too late. There's no going back now.
No going back. Go watch those rom-coms. Those holiday rom-coms are the best.
Yeah,
All right, breakfast or dinner?
for sure. And I'll eat dinner for breakfast.
Wow, what an anomaly!
Yeah,
I feel like it's usually the other way around.
no way. Dinner all the time. I already ate mac and cheese for breakfast this morning. COVID's a weird time.
Okay, you're right. No judgment. I have no judgment. COVID times, no rules. Or do you prefer teaching a dance class or taking a dance class?
Probably taking.
Yeah. Do you have, this is a follow-up question, do you have a favorite style to take?
No, not really. No, not really. I like it all.
Yeah, same. I like the variety. All right, are you a night owl or early bird?
Early bird.
Is that by force because of the profession you're in?
Maybe, but I've always been an early bird, I think. Because I've always fallen asleep, like, really early.
Well, and I don't know if I should say this on Instagram Live, but I'm thinking,
Last night.
well, that's true, but I was gonna say, I'm thinking of a few times when Blake and I have been hanging out together pretty late at night, and I'm ready to go to bed, and I am a night owl.
Okay,
And
but
Blake's like, let's go.
but it's just because I like love people. So if you're up with me, I'll stay up. And I don't see you all the time. If I saw you all the time, then
That's
I would go to sleep. And
Great.
also those times we were outside, so you can't just go to sleep outside. But if you were on the couch, I would fall asleep on the couch.
okay. Good point. So being around people, yeah, you're such a people person. That makes a lot of sense. I'm glad to know that you'll take one for the team, since we don't get to see each other that often when we go out. And we're not really, for anyone questioning this, we're not really going out. Well, yeah, we're not going out during COVID time.
No,
This is
very
all free.
socially distant.
But my next question, it does refer to a time when we have hung out together several times. Again, not this summer, but in previous summers. Do you prefer hiking or tubing?
Tubing!
Blake and I are tubing buddies. If people have not had an opportunity to go lazy river tubing down a river, I don't mean the tubing where you're getting pulled by a boat and it's like potential for injury and all that stuff, which again, if you like that, that's cool. I much prefer lazy river style tubing down a river.
Oh,
Yeah. Lots of fun. That's one of my favorite memories since like living here in Roanoke. Was going tubing with you and your husband.
I'm so glad. Me too. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. We won't talk about all the details of that time. No. Okay. Do you prefer Dancing with the Stars or So You Think You Can Dance?
Dancing with the Stars, I think.
Me too. I'm curious to know why for you.
I like watching the famous people try to dance, and they just try so hard, and then it's positive, and I don't know. It's interesting seeing people who don't normally dance, and then you're like, oh shoot, they're actually really good. Like Neve.
I know.
What? And a lot of people who don't watch dance shows watch Dancing with the Stars, so you're able to talk to more people about it too.
That's true. That's a good point. I think they do a really good job of telling people stories too, which of course I would say that. But I love watching people's stories and getting to know them and all that sort of stuff. But I also, so kind of have a secret, I'm putting this out into the world. Some people already know this about me, but low-key dream, I want to, if there's any way I can get, I don't even want to say this, just famous enough to be on Dancing with the Stars.
We can make it happen.
A lot of times people go on there as a celebrity. I'm like, I've never heard of you before. So like, majority of people don't ever have to hear of me. I just somebody, the right person, so I can be on that show. I just very much want to be on that show because I've never done ballroom dance before.
Mm-hmm.
They've had past dancers like on the show, but ballroom dancing is very different. And I really love, I don't know, I just really love digging into new styles. I just think it'd be so fun. All right.
Like Neve has danced before.
Yeah, and so has Caitlin.
Yeah. So
So it's not unheard of. It would not be cheating. Um, yeah. So anyways, now the world knows. Let's see how we can collectively make that happen.
Yes. I'll vote for you. It's not really a voting thing, but yes.
If I get on the show. Okay, if you had a choice to either relive adulthood so far or relive childhood, which would you do?
Probably maybe adulthood.
Yeah?
I think so. I don't know. I like childhood, but I think adulthood.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, I don't know. It's a toss-up for me. All right, do you prefer traditional choreography or more innovative, like avant-garde choreography that pushes the boundaries?
I don't know. That doesn't really help, does it? I like both a lot.
You do?
Yeah, I do. So,
I guess it may depend on the style of dance.
right. And I think, am I watching it or am I
Oh, you're doing it.
okay? I mean, I feel like I would feel better doing the avant-garde stuff, but I really like the traditional because that's like my background.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I know, that's a hard question.
I don't know. Do I get to wear a tutu, like a pancake tutu?
Would that change your answer? Would that give you a sway one way or the other?
Oh, probably. I like a good pancake tutu.
You can wear a pancake tutu then. Good to know. I might stick you in one in future presentation. All right, we have one more question. Are you ready? So when we come out of the pandemic and all restrictions are lifted around the world, what are you doing first? Traveling out of the country or hanging out with all your friends at group gatherings, game nights, restaurants, bars, maybe, etc.?
All the friends.
Yay, I was hoping you would say that.
Of
Because I would like to be like me.
I'll call you first. And we'll go tubing.
And we'll go tubing. Yeah, all that stuff. I know, me too. I like traveling, but I really just enjoy getting to enjoy the city that I live in with friends. So I really miss that a lot.
Me too.
All right, Blake, well, that's the end of our game. Thanks for playing with me.
Thanks. That wasn't too bad.
No, I told you it was gonna be fun. Hope y'all at home who are watching, you all learned a little bit more about Blake over here. All right. All right, Blake. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Thank you so much for chatting with me. Everyone at home, I hope you all are staying safe and we will see you back here actually tomorrow night. Not Blake. We'll see you all. We'll see you all in the cyber world back here tomorrow night with another dancer. Yeah. All right. I'll see you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, y'all.
Bye.